We had moved into the new house last month, or at least the rest of my family did. I still had a few weeks left at school and wanted to finish them before the move. That way it wouldn't affect my credits when I started as a junior in high school next year. All my things were sent ahead and I stayed at a friend's house and only kept a small suitcase of what I needed with me. With the school year finally over, I said my goodbyes to my friends and got on the bus that would take me to my new home. My dad picked me up at the bus station and drove me home. I did the tour and made my way to my room. The furniture was already in place, but my stuff was still in boxes in the corner. I preferred to unpack myself so that in some way I could make the room my own, give it a personal touch. It took me several hours, but I was finally done, and after this long day I was looking forward to a good night's sleep. I was in dreamland as soon as my head touched the pillow. Yet, I awoke in the middle of the night. At first, unfamiliar with where I was, but it slowly came back to me where I was. It was quiet, dark. My eyes adjusted to the darkness and I could make out somebody in my room, but it seemed off. I stared at it as it moved across the ceiling. That was what was odd. It was upside down with its feet on the ceiling. I was about to scream, but the woman slowly faded away. I turned on my light and scoured the room. Nothing. I chalked it up to being nerves or being overtired. I turned my TV on and turned the volume all the way down and turned off the light. Eventually, I fell back asleep. The next day I spent exploring. Yesterday it was the new house, today was my new neighborhood. I wanted to see everything it had to offer, and in the evening, again, I was pretty beat. Once in bed with the lights off, I remembered the previous night and reached for the TV remote. Crap. I'd left it on the dresser, the far end of the room. Oh well, I was too tired to care at this point, and had already convinced myself that I had dreamt what happened last night, so again, sleep quickly overtook me. Until I again awoke in the middle of the night. There she was, again, pacing back and forth, upside down on my ceiling. I pulled the covers close and watched as she moved back and forth across my room. Then, as before, it slowly faded away. The light and TV came on again, and this time they didn't go off. I also didn't fall back asleep. The next morning I made my way downstairs and ate some cereal, went out to the backyard. My father was doing some yard work. I walked over to him and his eyes lit up. "Hey, come over here, I want to show you something." He took me to the edge of the lawn. There was a long stone slab in the middle of the garden. "This used to be where the house was, still part of the foundation," he said excitedly. He was a history buff. But it was filled with tragedy. A woman went crazy and killed her family. They say she walked the floor until the cops took her away. You know, when they tore this house down, some of the wood got reused when building ours. Some of the walls, but mostly it was used to build the ceilings. I stood there in shock. He was still talking when I ran upstairs to my bedroom. My ceiling. I looked at it closely. I grabbed a chair and a cloth and started to scrub away at the area that I saw the woman walking. Soon, the paint gave way, revealing underneath the remnants of a bloody footprint.